I started playing when I was about 14 or 15. I started teaching myself guitar because I could always sing, but I wanted to be able to play something behind it because you can't really just sing by yourself. That's a bit boring, so I decided to try and teach myself some chords and stuff, and then eventually I got some friends to teach me some stuff, and then I've pretty much just gone from there. I can't communicate my reasons. For me, it's usually lyrics first, just because it happens at work a lot actually. I'll be just hanging around doing stuff and I'll start humming and I'll think of words and then I just fit the chords behind it, because I guess for me my voice is the main thing, not the music, but I'm trying to change that up a little bit and focus a bit more on making the music a bit. All that I know to be true, I find all the time I think of really cool lyrics and then I'll just forget them, or I'll think of really cool stuff, but then I'll think, oh, I have older brothers who are going to hear this, or my mum, and they're going to be like, what was that? That was inappropriate, or that was not cool. So I try to make my lyrics cool but age appropriate, I guess. Blame, I was never what you wanted. It's not like I'm writing songs that are dropping F-bombs and stuff, but sometimes the things that come out when I'm angry or upset and not particularly things I want my mother to have to hear and then scold me in public for. I just try to be respectful, I guess. I don't want people to listen to my music and be like, wow, she's weird. I write a lot of songs, ones that get finished, a lot less, and ones that I end up being happy with enough to perform them or to record them, a lot less than that. I usually go through a pretty intense process of starting to write something and then hating it, so I never get to finish it, or writing something and finishing it and liking it for a bit and then hating it after that. So the ones that I end up liking for a long time, they're pretty few, but I like to think that they're good, I guess. Generally they're the ones that I can play in front of people, or if I'm playing a gig I can play them and not go, oh, this is really crap. Like they're the ones that I can be proud to show people. What did I do I just released my first single, which is really cool. I've from that a lot of things have unexpectedly opened up, I guess. I didn't expect to get some of the opportunities that I've had since then. It's only been a couple of weeks, but even then I think the thing that's meant the most to me is having people tell me that they've cried from hearing my song, or that it's emotionally touched them just because it's something that was really emotional for me. So connecting with other people on that level's really cool. And there's also been stuff with like radio, and I went to Sydney yesterday to meet with some people about some pretty exciting things that I'm not really allowed to talk about yet. Which I feel cool saying that, because I always see people who are like, I'm not allowed to tell you about it yet, and I can do that now. But yeah, I just have a lot of exciting things coming up and a lot of choices to make, I guess, but I'm excited for them and it should be good. This song is a really weird one actually, because usually I'll think of lyrics and then I'll be at work or something and I'll be out and I'll be away from my guitar and I'll write the words and then I'll add music later, whereas this one I was at home and I just had a confrontation, I guess. And then this was kind of just like, I was sitting there playing guitar to try and distract myself in a way, or to make myself feel better, and then instead I ended up writing a really sad song. But it kind of was out in like 20 minutes. It was just kind of an outpouring of how I felt. It's about basically a relationship that in my life that should have been very, very important, but was important for all the wrong reasons, I guess. It's very personal to me, so I probably cry 97% of the time that I perform it. So that's, in a way that's weird, but it's also kind of cool to have something that captured an emotion so well. It's just about a relationship that I let dictate my life for a very long time, and in a way it was kind of therapeutic to get it out, because now I feel a bit better about it, and knowing that I've been able to affect other people or well, not affect other people, but that other people have been able to connect with what I felt is pretty cool. So it's made me feel less alone in my situation, I guess. Okay.
Never welcome here. Maybe that's why I always feel alone. I can't communicate my reason to exist when everywhere I'm home I fight to fit in. This is the only thing that makes sense. My last line of defense, all that I know to be true, I find here. Even in my comfort zone, I never feel I'm enough, 'cause you pissed off and you damaged me too much to trust. For 17 years you've tossed me around, and now I take the blame. I was never what you wanted. This is the only thing that makes sense. My last line of defense, all that I know to be true, I find here. Maybe I was stupid to think that I could come first. I know you never wanted me, I pretend it doesn't hurt. I will always come second to the vice that's in your hand, or your latest fling. I guess you made your escape. Why is your resentment only aimed at me? Why am I the only one you don't care to see? What did I do so wrong that made you walk away? Wasn't I reason enough to stay? This is the only thing that makes sense. My last line of defense, all that I know to be true, I find here. Maybe I was stupid to think that I could come first. I know you never wanted me, I pretend it doesn't hurt. And I will always come second to the vice that's in your hand, or your latest fling. I guess you made your escape. I wonder if you care that you're the reason I'm scared, that everyone and everything will disappear. I don't know if you care about the emptiness you left in my life, but I will make myself someone someday you'll hear about and wish you had the right to be proud. Oh, I will be the best damn mistake you ever made.
wanted to do it that way just because I thought it would be a bit vibier, I guess. No, and as well it's very about feeling about out of your comfort zone, so in a way it kind of suited symbolically. But yeah, I just wanted to do something a bit different, and when I was finishing up writing it or perfecting it the way that I wanted it to be, I was at TAFE and I started playing it on piano, and I thought it just kind of sounded cooler than just being on guitar. I wanted it to stand out, I guess.
I always feel alone.
Craig makes me feel very at ease when we're in the studio, which is weird because I'm usually very nervous performing in front of people or showing people my songs, because they're really personal and you're just showing it to someone and they could just be like, that's crap, and then it would just completely ruin all my feels. But yeah, it was really cool. I'm really bad at communicating the kind of vision that I want for the song, but he managed to figure it out and help me get it the way that I wanted it to be, and didn't expect me to do anything other than the way that I wanted to do it, so it was really cool.
Enough, 'cause you pissed off and you damaged me too much.
Hopefully I'll have more singles and stuff soon. My plan is to have an EP done by the end of the year. Whether that happens or not, we'll see, because the HSC and other commitments are a bit time consuming, but it is one of my priorities to have an EP out by the end of the year and just do some cool stuff and not waste my time, I guess. Yeah, I'm playing some gigs as well. I'm playing the July 4 on the floor, which should be fun. And yeah, I'll be around.
True, I find here.